Guys, as you can tell, I am obviously not on Mackinac Island anymore. I am back home, like I said I would be. My dad and my brother did come up Friday and get me, and I was actually off the island by before 1 o'clock, so I have been home since Friday at about 5. And the funny thing is we get home, and I'm home for like maybe 4 hours, because then my dad comes about 9:30, and we actually drive to the airport to pick up my mom, who got home from Arkansas that very same night. And she was at Shareholders, and she said she had a ton of fun. She absolutely loved Shareholders. She said it was awesome. She met so many people. She got so much stuff. So my mom had fun. I'm obviously happy to be home. I'm sorry for the delay in vlog. But now that I'm back here, there really isn't that much to talk about because I'm back home. I am currently unemployed, but I will start job hunting soon. However, I'm going to hold off when I can start a job because since I am back home now, I have decided that I'm going to help out at my church's VBS, which is awesome because I love working with kids and I haven't worked at a VBS in years. So I'm going to be helping at our church's VBS, and the theme this year is A Mighty Fortress is Our God, which is awesome. And the first story is the walls of Jericho, which I love doing when my mom and I taught Sunday school, because what we would do is we would actually get blocks and build a mini walled Jericho and have the kids march around, and I think 7 times they had to march around it, and then we would let the kids basically destroy the wall. And we taught 2-year-olds through kindergartners, and they absolutely loved it. So I don't know if we'd be able to do something like that during the recreation period, but I definitely think that would be a fun option for the kids. But I am back home. As you can see, I am decked out in one of my Star Wars shirts because I went to the mall today after the meeting, because today is the day the Vanity Fair released their summer issue with the Star Wars covers. I am so excited. They actually had all 4, and I would have loved to have gotten all 4. Actually debated about this, getting all 4, but I decided that it'd be really silly of me to get all 4 just for the covers when I really would only read the article. So I really only got it for the cover, but I got the one I wanted. This was the one I wanted the most. I really wanted Carrie Fisher, and I'm really happy I got her. And the best part is when I opened it up and I looked at the article, all the pictures, all the covers were actually in the article. So I didn't lose anything. But I also picked up the latest copy of Star Wars Insider, which is actually a really cool magazine, even though it's published like months behind. But I was really excited because I picked up this issue, and I've been racking my brain. Okay, I told you guys how I saw the teaser poster for The Last Jedi at Star Wars Celebration when they revealed it, and I freaked out, and I usually would never get the teaser poster, but I really, really want the one for The Last Jedi because it's like it harkens back to like some of the older posters from the original trilogy, but I cannot find it anywhere, even a mini version, because I think it hasn't been released to the public yet. So I've been like so upset, and the only ones I can find are like eBay from the celebration, and they're like going for hundreds of dollars. I'm like, I can't afford that. So I was really upset and frustrated because I couldn't find even a small one for The Last Jedi, and I did not want to print one off the internet. So I got this year's Star Wars Insider, and I was flipping through it like I usually do, and I got so excited because they have a picture. It's not like, but it's the teaser poster for The Last Jedi, and my brother told me not to scream, and I screamed, and I freaked out because I'm like, oh my gosh, I want this poster. And there's actually an article on the back. There's actually some articles on the back about Force Friday is returning, which is the Friday that when they release a bunch of the new Star Wars merchandise. And then they have an article about the guy who is taking over for the late great Kenny Baker as R2-D2. But I don't care. I am like so freaking excited. I don't care. I don't want to. I might actually go and get a second issue of Star Wars Insider just so I can get the poster. But I'm really excited. I finally have, even though it's not like a legit poster, I finally have a Last Jedi teaser poster. So I'm really excited. I also went and I got my copy of Beauty and the Beast, obviously, because I keep saying it's my favorite fairy tale. It's my favorite, it's been one of my top Disney movies, and I was so excited, so I had to get this. Plus, it's got Obi-Wan Kenobi in it. It's still, I watched the interview where Ewan McGregor talked about playing Lumiere and how he thought he'd be able to do a decent French accent since his wife is apparently French. And when he did it originally, it apparently sounded more Spanish than French. But I was really excited, and I can't wait to actually sit down and watch this. The bummer is, ooh, I almost dropped it. Bummer is this is the Blu-ray DVD digital copy combo, which I get that all the time for Star Wars. That's pretty much what I've done for Star Wars is well, not the first 6 movies. The first 6 movies, since it was just Fox, I just got the Blu-ray DVD combo sets. But with Rogue One and Force Awakens, I got the Blu-ray DVD H digital copy combo set, which is nice to have. It's nice, especially if it's a movie I really like, and I know my brother kind of likes it because I just give I keep the Blu-rays because I have a Blu-ray player now, and I give the DVDs to him. But the hard thing is that Disney is now kind of caught on to this idea that they put all the really cool special features on the Blu-ray. So, like, on the Blu-ray for Beauty and the Beast, they have Enchanted Table Read, which is about the stars, sitting down to read it. Beauty of a Tale, explore the process of transforming the anime feature into live action. The women behind Beauty and the Beast, from song to screen, making the musical sequences. Making a Moment with Celine Dion, Beauty and the Beast music video, making music video, extended song, deleted scene, song selection, and more. And that's cool. But those are only on the Blu-ray. If you go and want to get just the DVD, the only special feature you're going to get on the DVD is the Ariana Grande and I think John Legend music video for Beauty and the Beast, the song. And so it's like, I don't want just the music video. I want all these really cool special features because I'm just as into the making of the movie, what goes into it, as the story itself. So it's kind of bumming me out that now Disney only puts like music videos and maybe like one other special feature on their DVDs and then crams the Blu-ray with the rest of the special features. And then Disney, I think, does not just release just the Blu-ray. I think they do it for their TV shows. I know Rebels and like Freemakers and stuff like that, the Disney TV shows, you can get DVD or Blu-ray. You don't have to get a combo of the both. But the movies, I have not seen Disney just do very few of the movies where it is just the Blu-ray. They have just the DVD and then they do the Blu-ray DVD 8 digital copy combo pack. I cannot find any Disney movies that I want to get anymore where it's just the Blu-ray and I don't want the DVD. So it makes it hard because now I have a DVD I don't particularly need, but unlike my Star Wars DVDs, I can't just give it to my brother because my brother's not a big Beauty and the Beast fan. So I just have a DVD I don't know what to do with. I mean, maybe I could give it to my mom, but I don't think she's into Beauty and the Beast. But yeah, so that was my day. I went to the VBS meeting today, which was awesome. I'm going to be doing crafts and recreation, and we're basically, it looks like all our VBS students are going to be probably under the age of 8, so I'm going to be worn out every night, and our VBS is from 6 to 8, so it's going to be like, I'm going to come home being like, why did I do this? So, yeah, so VBS is coming up, which will be nice. I'm really excited that I'm going to be home for it, that I'm here for it, and I got to start job hunting like crazy because I probably am going to end up getting a new phone. This phone is awesome, and I really like this phone, so I might just keep this style of phone. The problem is that my phone has a crack in it, which would be fine, except that in this like little corner right here by the camera, it actually came out. So some loose pieces fell off. So I probably should get a new phone. But I also want to get a new computer, but I think a new phone is kind of more important. So I'm going to get going. It is almost 5 o'clock, and I still got to clean up, and I'm going to get some food, and I'm debating, I have to write tonight, but I kind of really want to play Old Republic, but I might do that if nobody's on INVU tonight. I might just jump on to Old Republic. I'm an older on it, and I really want to beat it, so I'm going to get going so I can get food, work on my writing, and I'm actually binge watching My Little Pony right now. Shh. So I will talk to you guys later. Lots of love, hugs, and prayers. I will see you guys soon. Love you. Bye-bye. Good morning. morning, everybody. I'm just going to combine this video with yesterday's video and make it good. So, another boring video. Nothing really going on. If you can't tell, I still need to horribly make my bed and clean my room and get it back to kind of where it was before I left. But I am a little bit more organized. I have to clean my closet, and I'm dreading the cleaning of the closet. I'm really, really dreading it. I also had to fix my that's the wrong poster. It's like I have an Attack of the Clones poster that I really need to fix because it's only up right now with one thumbtack. So I need to go through and I need to fix my poster. So there's a lot I gotta do. I was actually right now how my posters are laid out is I have New Hope right there, and then I go Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Force Awakens, and Rogue One. And then my character poster, which I'm not really going to move that, but I'm trying to decide if I want to do a different poster layout. Like, I have this wall right here that has just my calendar on it, and I'm actually debating about moving my calendar over to where my Throng mini poster is, and putting a poster there so I can like have my walls surrounded with Star Wars. So I'd put like New Hope right there, and then actually I might put Phantom Menace right there. No, I think I'll put New Hope. Like put New Hope right there, and then put Empire Strikes Back on this wall, and then go along that wall because I still have 2 more posters I need to get, and Rogue One I'll probably move and put Rogue One on my door. But I still have to get The Last Jedi poster and Episode 9, and Episode 9 doesn't come out yet. So I kind of need a blank space on this wall and that wall so I can get all the Skywalker Legacy posters up, which is basically what I'm calling the main movie. I call it the Skywalker Legacy because it is about the Skywalker. So, but yeah, I gotta rearrange my posters, which will be fine because I am 5'3", and if you can't tell, I put my posters like right up near the ceiling on my wall because I decorate for Christmas. So if I have like some space at the bottom, that's awesome because I hang up signs and stuff for Christmas. But the problem is that I had a folding metal chair that I was using, which you're not supposed to use, but I would stand on it to put up my posters, and it broke. So I don't have anything, and my mom has an ottoman and a chair, but the kitchen chair is like pretty much wood and falling apart, and her ottoman is filled with like, I don't know how many books, so, and her ottoman is not that tall. It's an ottoman, so it's really not, it's a footstool, so basically it's not really high enough. And also, if you can't tell, when I put the posters up over here, I had to lean over my Star Wars bookcase, I had to lean over my TV and my Disney bookcase, and that is nuts, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to figure out something to do, because I have a lot of time to kill. But, right now, I am home by myself. My mom and my brother went to Walmart, because my mom took, like, I don't know, like 300 pictures while she was in Arkansas for the shareholders meeting, and she wants to put together a scrapbook, so she took my brother over there so he could help her print out the photos, and then when they come back, we have to go down to DHS because I had to turn in what is possibly my only pay stub from the hotel to my caseworker, because I, like thousands and probably millions of Americans across the country, thousands here in Michigan, have health care through the state, so I need to get that taken care of, because that's my biggest thing, is that my dad has health care through Obamacare. I have health care because of Obamacare, because of Healthy Michigan. So does my brother. My mom gets it through the store now because she's full-time. But I don't think, it's not like I know I should, but I don't really go to the doctor all that much except when I'm really sick or something. But it's kind of nice to have, because that way when I do get really sick and I do need to go to the doctor, I have it. So I'm kind of upset that so many people want to take it away when it's actually helping a lot of people. So makes me sad, but yeah, so they're at Walmart putting together pictures for my mom. And then we got to go to DHS so I can turn in my pay stub to my caseworker, who they changed on me. So I got to do that. And then I'm probably going to come home. Probably make up my bed so it's not so grody. And then I got to write. And I don't know if it's because I was working on this chapter while I was on the island or what, but I am actually working on a chapter I am calling The Weight of Command for my Star Wars fanfiction, my Clone Wars rewrite. And it's the episode Storm over Ryloth, which is, it's one of my favorite episodes because I think it shows how Ahsoka is kind of forced to grow up. But I am finding it really, really hard to write this episode. I don't know if it's because of how I'm choosing to focus more on the relationships between the characters or what the emotions that drive them, but I'm finding it kind of a struggle to really write this episode, and part of it is because I don't like writing, sometimes the characters have to scold. I don't like it when I have to make Anakin mean and scolding Ahsoka. It makes me feel horrible, so it's kind of hard, but because I'm writing about a kid who's going into battle. I've never experienced that. So basically, it's just like, how would I feel? Well, I wouldn't know how I feel because my family are pacifists. You know, violence is the absolute last option. So I don't know. I've never actually been in that situation. So I'm kind of just pulling it out of my head and hoping that what I'm writing will come across. So far it's been really good. So far, the only complaint was I did an early free write chapter, which is what I call interludes. And my main complaint was I made Ahsoka act basically like a kid. And I'm like, well, technically she is a kid. In canon, she is 14 when she becomes Anakin's Padawan. And I actually dropped her age down by a year and made her 13 because I wanted her to have this really cool connection between in the legacy. But that was the only complaint, is that it seems like in one chapter I made her really young, but I explained technically she is kind of young, you know. They pointed this out, I think, at one Star Wars celebration, in that even though she was a Jedi, she was still incredibly sheltered. Even though she fought in a war, so she still would have been kind of incredibly sheltered. So I find it like Padme, she's mature in a lot of ways, but in some ways she's not that mature. So it's kind of a balancing act, actually. You know, I'm so mature. Oh, wait, I don't know what this is. So it's fun. It's challenging. I like challenging myself. So, yeah, so that's pretty much what's on tap today. DHS and writing. I also want to get working on my sewing because I started this before I left for Mackinac Island, and I didn't take it up with me because I didn't want to lose it, because a lot of these threads are actually my great-grandma's, and I gotta get cracking on these because I want to get them done before the 40th anniversary of Star Wars, because I'm actually using my inspiration for the threads and stuff are actually coming from these two guys. So this pillowcase is going to be based on Rex, and the other one is going to be based on Cody's coloring. So I don't know if I'm doing too good of a job or not, but it's hard because I would love to match the threads exactly to the white and the blue and the yellow orange, and I cannot find threads to match that. So I'm really trying to get these things cracking, because as soon as they're done, I got a quilt I gotta finish embroidering. I'm only on like the second quilt square out of 6. And hi, BB. I have been working. BB won't stay on the bed. I have been working on this quilt for like 3 years now, and I have to finish this quilt. Okay, it's insane. I really have to finish this quilt, but I have to finish at least embroidering the squares, because my aunt who makes quilts was going to help me put the quilt together when I finished. She no longer lives in Michigan. She lives in Florida. So it's like, ah! So, and I don't know anyone else besides the ladies at my church who do quilts, and they do quilts for mission. So, help! I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. First things first, I got to work on my story, and then I can work on the pillowcases, and when those are done, I can start hammering away at the quilt. Oh my gosh. I'm crazy for doing this. Okay, I have like 3 projects I'm doing all at the same time. Not to mention, whenever I get fabric, I am making throw pillows or pillowcases. My room is literally littered with throw pillows right now. Okay, that is how friggin' nuts it is. I am like, actually, I still have fabric left over, and I actually have I don't know why I really liked the Paris. I found this really cute fabric with like bicycles and stuff on it. I made 2 throw pillows using Paris themed fabric. Look here. I got fleur-de-lis too. And the problem is they turned out horrible, so I want to redo them. But oh my gosh, I don't know. And of course, I gotta start job hunting. It's like, there's a vacuum cleaner place up the road I'm going to drop off my resume at. Pier 1 Imports, this really fancy store I've never actually been into. It's hiring. I want to try to get a job with like the city or the state or a credit union. So it gives me a really, so because they're never open on Sunday, so that makes it easier. But my grandma, who didn't realize I was back home until she was checking my Facebook page. And then she's like, oh my gosh, and I had to explain to her what happened. My grandma and one of my friends who still works there, actually, they both want me to return to Staples because I was doing pretty good there. And it wasn't the greatest job in the world, but it was a job and it wasn't that bad. And the GM, who I didn't really like that much, she was still really nice and being flexible and working with my hours, you know, not working me on Sundays, not working me past 9 o'clock. Especially during the winter and stuff because of the fact that I don't have a car. So, I might go ahead and just put my application back in there because what I did is when I left, I handed in my 2 weeks notice because I did not want them, because I knew if I said I was coming back in the fall, I knew they would hold my job for me. I did not want them to do that because 1, I didn't know when I was coming home, and 2, I did not want them to keep holding this job for me and not have enough people up front end, and especially since at the time it didn't look like I would be home till September, October, and that is back to school season. And I work in an office supply store, so put 2 and 2 together, it's really busy. So I did not want them holding a job, something like that for that long. So I just handed in my 2 weeks notice and said so I have to reapply. And not sure if I'm going to get the job because my availability hasn't changed. Even though my mom is a training coordinator and my dad works at Walmart, it really hasn't changed that much. I still cannot work on Sundays. I still cannot really work past 8, 9 o'clock at night because it's going to be dark, especially during the winter, and I don't have a car. And just because my mom is training coordinator does not mean she gets out any earlier. My mom still gets out 9, 10 o'clock at night. Same with my dad. So my availability has not changed that much, so I don't know. All I can do is do my best and just hope it works out. Send me lots of prayers and positive thoughts, guys. Well, I'm going to get going so I can make my bed less grody and probably sew a little because I don't know what time they're coming back. So I got to find a way to kill time until they come back. I'm wearing my Dark Side Cuties t-shirt today. I was going to wear this to the VBS meeting and then I thought, probably shouldn't wear a shirt with bad guys on it who go around killing people and kidnapping and maiming people. That might not be a good shirt to wear to a church meeting, so I switched it out for my blueprint shirt instead. I am such a dork and I know it and I love it. So I'm going to get going and try to get some stuff done before they come back. And then we have to go make a flying trip down to DHS. I really wish she would let me back, but she doesn't want me back that far, so I will get going, and hopefully I'll talk to you guys later. If not, I love you, and have a great day. Bye-bye. Quick update. It is Thursday, and again, nothing really happening. I ran to Walmart with my brother because I had to pick up a new bike lock for my bike, and I got this cute one. It's got emojis on it, and it's an easier one, and I don't really have to worry about the key getting stuck in it. So yay, that's good. But yeah, I went to Walmart and got the bike lot, got candy. I was going to look for sleeves for my trading cards, but apparently they no longer have trading card sleeves at Walmart. What I found were coupon sleeves, which would be okay, except that I would only use 10 pages out of like this pack, this humongous pack, and I'm like, I'm not paying $7 just to use 10 pages. So, did not get my trading card sleeves, and now I have to find someplace that has them because I don't really want to order them, but I wouldn't be freaking out about this if it wasn't for the fact that the 40th anniversary trading cards I got have these amazing pieces. They have trading cards that are like artwork, like Japanese, like a poster from Japan, Ralph McQuarrie concept art, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want having of those. I mean, I know they're trading cards, but they're really gorgeous trading cards, so I have to figure something out. But got candy, got bike lot, got that was pretty much about it today. I was like not a total killer shopping spree. My dad has said they had a Star Wars comforter for $15. I'm like, oh cool. Went to check it out, and it was not the comforter I wanted. The comforter I wanted was not on sale yet. The comforter I wanted is from Rogue One. It's got like Jen and the Rebels on it. It was cool. The comforter that was on sale for $15 was the Death Troopers, which they're cool, but I don't want them on my bed, and I figured I've got enough Star Wars stuff. I don't want my room to be like overwhelmed with all this Star Wars stuff. I mean, I've got a lot, so I'm just not gonna let my bedding become a casualty because I really like my bedding. It's really cute and stuff. So, and then we stopped at Speedway so I could get a gift card because I want to get some stuff, and then we also had coupons for free pop and got Slurpee. So yeah, all in all, another boring day. Tomorrow, what is on tap is I want to bike to the library to, one, replace the bike lock on my bike, and two, I want to change out some of the books I got when we went, like, Friday, and so I want to get those, no, Saturday, we went Saturday, so I want to get those exchanged out, and see if they have any Walt Disney World travel books for 2017. Not that I'm expecting a lot because I'm not actually, now I'm going to be a little more realistic and I'm going to start saving to go down to Disney World in 2019, 2020 after Star Wars Lands opens because I really want to go do that. So I just want to get an idea, and I do it every year. So on a whole, pretty boring, quiet day. I actually left late today, later than I thought I would because I got up late. I didn't get up till 11, and then I had to take a shower, but in between getting everything done to get ready to go, I actually had CNN on, which for me isn't that weird. I usually have CNN or the Weather Channel on if I'm bored and I want to be entertained or have noise. I will put that on, and so I had CNN on, and it was the James Comey thing. James Comey talking to the Senate panel, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is interesting, and I actually watched it till the end, on and off, and so it was a very interesting thing. I'm not sure what the outcome will be, but it's pretty kind of going to be a little bit damning when he says right from the get-go and kept saying over and over again, Trump was lying, Trump lied about me, Trump lied about the FBI, he kind of trashed us, and it's like, and at the end, the co-chairs were like, oh, we want to thank you for your service, we know how hard. I'm like, wait a minute, what? So, and then of course, he also admitted that, surprisingly, he had one of his friends leak some of the information that made it to the papers about his meetings with Trump, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if that was a smart thing or a stupid thing, but, so, American politics is now very, well, it was always messy to begin with, and now it's like, it's just wading into the, like, getting hotter and hotter, and I'm like, if this keeps up, nobody's gonna want to be our friend, so, yeah, I was more crushed by the fact that Trump pulled out of the Paris climate deal, simply because I live in Michigan, and not a lot of our industry, but a good chunk of our industry is based on tourism, and that tourism, a lot of it is for coming to our Great Lakes, coming to our forest, our parks, seeing the wilderness and stuff, and what we have here. We get a lot of hunters in the fall who come up to the UP, the northern half of the Lower Peninsula, to come hunting, and so the whole thing with the climate deal and Trump like pulling the funding from the Great Lakes Cleaning Fund, stuff like that, it kind of puts a damper on all our environmental-based tourism. And also the fact that I don't think Trump really kind of grasped the idea that a lot more money and jobs are in green technology, like renewable energy, than in coal. So I don't think he really understands that. But yeah, it was kind of heartbreaking for me to hear that. And my mom, especially my mom and my dad, both work for Walmart. And Walmart, the corporation for Walmart, has invested a lot of time and money in like the greener technologies and stuff. So they were really upset, but they have decided they're still going to follow what was laid down by that climate thing. So I think that's really cool and awesome. So a lot of companies are saying, good for you, we're still going to do what it says. So that makes me happy that these businesses are like, you're a businessman, but you have to learn that business changes. So I'm really happy that Walmart and some other corporations are just going to stick to the Paris Climate Change Agreement, because that means that not everybody's like, this is bad. So it's nice. It's cool. It makes me happy. So hopefully when that budget goes through, they'll stop and think, our representatives from Michigan will stop and go, hold up. We kind of depend on the Great Lakes for a good deal of our tourism and stuff, and they're a big part of our economy. If we suddenly don't have the means to keep them clean, to keep pollution out of them, then nobody's really going to want to come see the beautiful crystal blue Great Lakes. So I'm really hopeful that that doesn't go through. While I was up there, I saw all these signs to keep the oil out of the lakes, because I guess there's a pipeline or something that goes through the Straits of Mackinac, and they were talking about making changes, and it has this great potential, I guess, to put oil in the lake. So yeah, if you've ever seen a Great Lake in Michigan, it is one of the most beautiful things in the world. Like, I don't know if you can tell from one of my pictures, but I took a picture at Arch Rock where I could literally see the bottom of the lake by the shore. That's how clear and blue it is. So I really love my Great Lakes. I'm obsessed with my lakes. And I can't swim, but I absolutely adore the Great Lakes. So I really want the funding to get put back in to keep them safe and protect them. So I'm not a politician, I'm not an activist, so I don't even know the first step into getting people aware of that fact. So but hopefully somebody does, because I'm not sure how to do it, and I am not a political person. I don't even know how to be an activist. The closest thing I came to activism is when I was in 4th grade, and my family joined a bunch of people protesting in City Hall because a woman complained about the nativity scene that we put up there every year. Okay, lots of towns put up nativity scenes. The issue is that our nativity scene is on the courthouse lawn, but that's because in Midland, we really don't have any place else to put up decorations for the holidays. During Memorial Day weekend, there are white crosses they put up on the lawn of the courthouse. White crosses to represent everyone from Midland who has died in armed conflicts from, I think, like World War I to the current war on terrorism. And nobody's complaining about that. But this woman complained about the nativity scene. We don't have anywhere else to put these decorations. The Santa Claus house is located right next door to the courthouse. Okay, so obviously we don't actually have a lot of space in Midland to put up holiday decorations or anything like that. And when I was in 4th grade, this woman complained and tried to get City Hall to take it down. And so there was this massive protest vigil. And my mom and my dad took my brother and I to go do that. And luckily, at that vigil, they said there was never any plans to take down the nativity scene. And other people who weren't even Christian were there to say this is an important part of Midland. So that's the closest I've ever got to activism. When I was in Marquette, I thought about going to an Occupy Wall Street march, and I didn't. So I have opinions. I'm an American, so obviously I have opinions on politics, on government, on current events, stuff like that. But I am not really that active because I'm kind of shy, and I really don't want to offend anybody. Like, when I worked at Staples, I'd get people coming in talking about how great Trump was. I'm like, he's not really that great. He's kind of mean to women. And I would just say stuff like that, but I would not, be out there saying, I can't do that, I don't want to offend people, and I feel like my views can be pretty offensive if taken the wrong way. So I just try to smile and say, okay. Smile and nod. And even though sometimes I get like, oh, you people, no, don't you see what he's doing? So I don't think I could ever be a political activist or anything like that. I mean, seriously, I'm more happy sitting behind my computer and writing, you know. And I just write happy stories where everybody lives happily ever after. Because that's what type of person I am. So, yeah, so I'm going to get going because, like I said, I do have another few hours to crank out on this chapter of Crossing Battlefields, which I told my brother I'm struggling probably because this is the chapter I was working on in Mackinac Island, and it just was not pulling the right way, but I think I'm starting to get it to pull together. I am not restarting this chapter. I'm about halfway done with the episode, so I'm not rewriting it. I mean, this chapter, I do not want to delete this chapter. My goal is to get it done tonight or tomorrow and get it posted, so I gotta go work on that. To keep me entertained when I'm not to provide noises, I have my TV on, my Blu-ray on, and Netflix on YouTube, and I'm watching videos by one of my favorite YouTubers, Sharp Productions. I think it's a he, it's either a guy or girl, I don't know. They have done these incredible videos from like Disney World, Hershey Park, Six Flags, Busch Gardens, Halloween Horror Nights, Not Scary Farm, these amazing POV videos of rides and haunted houses and stuff, and they are amazing. And they even did a playlist for Michigan's Adventure, so it was really cool. So I'm going to get going. I'm going to pair up these 3 videos and post them as one vlog, and I will get to work on the tomorrow. So I will talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Lots of love, hugs, and prayers from your favorite Michigan girl. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.